Maia Campbell was one of the most promising black actresses of the 1990s, known for her breakout role on NBC's In the House and her appearance alongside Tupac Shakur and Janet Jackson in Poetic Justice. She seemed destined for a bright and lasting career in Hollywood. But her life took a devastating turn. Over the years, Maia struggled with drug addiction, mental illness, and even found herself involved in prostitution, ultimately leading her to disappear from the public eye. But when did it all go wrong for Maia Campbell? To understand her struggles, we need to take a closer look at her life journey. While some may see her as just another celebrity whose life spiraled out of control, there's a deeper story rooted in a medical condition that shaped her path. Here's what really happened to Maia Campbell. Maia Campbell was born on November 26, 1976, in Tacoma Park, Maryland, into a family brimming with talent and accomplishment. Her mother, Bebe Moore Campbell, was a renowned New York Times best-selling author and a passionate mental health advocate. Her father, Tico Campbell, was an architect and author. Maia grew up in an affluent Los Angeles neighborhood, surrounded by opportunities and the influence of her mother's dedication to raising awareness about mental illness. Bebe Moore Campbell, a founding member of the National Alliance on Mental Illness, often spoke openly about the stigma surrounding mental health in communities of color. She once said, "Stigma is one of the main reasons why people with mental health issues don't seek treatment or take their medication. People of color, particularly African Americans, feel the stigma more keenly in a race-conscious society. Some don't want to be perceived as having yet another deficit." Maia's introduction to the entertainment world came in 1993, when she appeared in Poetic Justice as Lucky's cousin, a small but memorable role opposite Tupac Shakur. From there, her career began to gain momentum. Throughout the 1990s, she landed guest roles on popular shows like Sister, South Central, Moesha, and Beverly Hills, 90210. She even appeared in music videos. Her big break came in 1995 when she starred as Tiffany on the NBC sitcom In the House. Alongside Debbie Allen and LL Cool J, Maia's performance earned her a nomination for a Young Artist Award for Best Performance by a Young Actress in a Comedy Series. The show ran for 5 successful seasons. Beyond acting, Maia also had a remarkable singing voice, hinting at a multifaceted talent that could have taken her career to even greater heights. But behind her on-screen success was a private battle few knew about. During this time, Maia was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, a condition that would later play a significant role in the challenges she faced. While attending Spelman College, Maia Campbell seemed to have found a sense of stability. She married Elias Gutierrez in 1998, and the couple welcomed a daughter, Elizabeth, in 2000. But life soon took a challenging turn. Maia struggled with her bipolar disorder, often refusing to adhere to treatment, and this ultimately led to her losing custody of her daughter. Elizabeth was placed in the care of her father, Elias, and her grandmother, Bebe Moore Campbell. By 2002, Maia and Elias divorced, marking another difficult chapter in her life. Despite her personal struggles, Maia continued pursuing her acting career. She appeared in several projects during the early 2000s, including the comedy 17 Again. However, her on-screen work became increasingly sporadic, with her last known acting role in 2007. Behind the scenes, Maia's life was unraveling, and a devastating personal loss brought her to a breaking point. In 2006, her mother, Bebe Moore Campbell, passed away after a battle with brain cancer. Bebe's death was a profound loss, as she had been a steadfast advocate for mental health, especially within the African American community. Bebe's work extended far beyond her role as a celebrated author. She co-founded the NAMI Urban Los Angeles chapter, providing resources and support for families affected by mental illness. Her advocacy was deeply personal, and in 2005, she published the novel 72 Hour Hold. The book follows a mother navigating the challenges of caring for a daughter diagnosed with bipolar disorder who turns to drugs and alcohol while rejecting professional help. One particularly poignant excerpt from 72-Hour Hold reflects the raw emotions of loving someone battling mental illness. "I don't want you to go out, Trina. You're not well. She's not well," I said to the boy man who stared back with interest. "If you leave here, you can't come back," I said to Trina, my voice shrill. The door slammed and then again against the inside wall as I yanked it open way too hard. The car was in the driveway, the motor running. "Trina, you come back here." I could hear her laughing. They were both laughing. B.B. Moore Campbell's work as an author and mental health advocate deeply impacted her readers, particularly in the Black community. She became a powerful voice in breaking the stigma surrounding mental illness, making it more acceptable to discuss openly. A close friend of Baby shared that 72-Hour Hold, one of her most significant works, was inspired by her own experiences. "She decided to write a novel because our kids were in and out of jail, and they were always on a 72-hour hold somewhere. So she titled the book 72-Hour Hold, and it was loosely based on our journey. But it was also fiction. It was fiction in the sense of, what would we do if we could kidnap all of them and take them somewhere to get help?" As Baby toured for her book, she took the opportunity to engage with people on a personal level, opening up about her own life and encouraging others to do the same. She was passionate about connecting with her readers and referred many to resources or helped to start local NAMI, National Alliance on Mental Illness, chapters in neighborhoods across the country. One of her friends recalled Bebe's drive to make a real difference. "She told me, 'Girl, we're gonna change the world.' She said, 'I know what I want to do now.'" But despite her public success, Bebe's own personal life mirrored the challenges she wrote about. Her daughter Maia, who had long struggled with bipolar disorder, was directly impacted by her mother's mission. Maia later admitted that the loss of her mother in 2006 hit her hard, despite their estrangement in the final years of Bebe's life. Maia shared the painful reality of being cut off from her mother's final moments, revealing that her family refused to allow her to see or speak to Bebe before her death. "My family thought I would cause problems. They wouldn't let me talk to her on the phone," Maia said. In 2009, disturbing videos of Maia Campbell began circulating, showing her in an erratic state that suggested she was under the influence of substances. The videos were a stark contrast to the promising actress many remembered from the 90s. Maia's stepfather, Ellis Gordon Jr., responded publicly, expressing the family's ongoing struggle with her mental health. He released a statement to Essence, stating, "As a family, we have been struggling with Maia and her illness for quite some time. We continue to hold fast to our faith and hope that someday she will realize that healing will begin when she decides to reach out and accept the help and treatment that have been offered to her." In 2010, Maia's struggles with her addiction and mental health led to legal trouble. She was arrested in California for theft, an incident that resulted in her being sent to a mental health facility for treatment. Despite her rocky past, Maia worked hard to regain control of her life. She remained sober for 2 years, during which time she voluntarily entered a residential treatment center with the intention of rebuilding her life. During this period, Maia sought help from life coach and spiritual teacher Iyanla Vanzant. Through the guidance of Vanzant, Maia began to address the deep emotional wounds that had plagued her for years, particularly the unresolved guilt she carried over the pain she caused her late mother and grandmother. In a heartfelt episode of Iyanla, Fix My Life, Maia also took a courageous step toward healing by apologizing to her daughter, acknowledging the years of absence and turmoil. Maia's journey to reclaim her life didn't stop there. After her time on Iyanla, Fix My Life, she appeared on TV One's Life After and The Tom Joyner Show, sharing her progress and expressing pride in the work she had put into her recovery. Maia reflected on the challenges she had faced, including the recent losses of both her mother and father, and the impact they had on her emotional state. She spoke about her determination to rebuild her career, saying, "Because I've been through so much with losing my mother. I just recently lost my father. I'm looking up to people in this industry to pull me up and get me back working again. Like I said, I have a lot of projects in the works. My mother left some real legacy behind when she left. This book, 72-hour hold, behind. So I'm trying to push that. I'm trying to give it some energy." Maia's words showed her desire not only to honor her mother's legacy, but also to carve out a space for herself in the industry once again. She shared her own aspirations, including a novel she had written titled Bacterias, and her efforts to adapt her mother's book into a film. Her dedication to pushing both her own work and her mother's book forward showed a level of resilience and determination to reclaim her narrative. She also acknowledged how far she had come in her recovery. "I know when everybody saw me the last time, they saw me on the other stretch of the road, but I got myself together. You know what I'm saying? I've been sober for 2 years, pretty much near. I've been stable and very cognizant of how this industry works. I've been in this industry since I was a little girl, so, jump back into these waters and swim deep." Maia Campbell's journey to reclaim her life had its moments of hope. After her time in treatment, she secured an apartment of her own and began spending quality time with her daughter, the driving force behind her efforts to get her life on track. She took meaningful steps toward healing, even working with the National Alliance on Mental Illness to assist Black and Latino families in finding resources and support for mental health challenges. Maia was trying to rebuild, both personally and professionally, and her daughter was at the center of that commitment. But just as it seemed like Maia was finding stability, her battle with addiction and mental illness resurfaced. In 2015, Maia was arrested at a Waffle House in Georgia for disorderly conduct. According to eyewitnesses, she appeared intoxicated, causing a scene when she refused to leave the restaurant. Allegedly, she shouted at a family, accusing a child of stealing her wallet, and even used homophobic slurs toward a police officer. The incident ended with Maia being handcuffed and taken into custody. Her manager, who had been deeply concerned about her well-being, came forward publicly, accusing Iyanla Vanzant of exploiting Maia's struggles. He criticized those who had promised to help but turned their backs when Maia needed support the most. He shared, "Recently, my client has been exploited horribly. Many people know the battles and issues this young lady has encountered. Maia felt she needed additional help and reached out to many people who turned their back on her. Maia contacted Iyanla Vanzant personally, asked her for help and support, and the door was slammed in her face. People she loved and respected who said, 'Call me anytime,' ignored those calls. How about instead of exposing her, we put it in our hands and get the help she needs? We cannot afford to lose another life due to neglect of helping someone." In 2017, Maia Campbell appeared to be in a better place. She seemed healthy and happy, and it seemed like she might finally be on the road to recovery. However, just a few months later, a disturbing video of her surfaced online, quickly going viral. In the video, Maia was seen wearing only a bra and underwear, with a missing tooth, appearing disheveled and incoherent. She was interacting with an Atlanta rapper and, in a troubling display of desperation, begged him for drugs, revealing personal and distressing details about a man who had assaulted her. The footage left many viewers deeply concerned for her well-being. The video was widely condemned, and people were quick to criticize the man who had filmed it, especially for exploiting her vulnerability. LL Cool J, a former co-star of Maia's from the early days of her career, took to Twitter to call out the situation. He expressed his disgust at the man filming instead of offering help, writing, "Instead of pulling out your phone and filming someone who's obviously having trouble, maybe lend a helping hand, a kind word. If anyone has a contact for Maia, please let me know." LL also reached out publicly to help Maia, encouraging people to get in touch with him if they had any leads on her whereabouts. Soon after, another video emerged, this time filmed in a barbershop, where Maia refused help, claiming she didn't need it. In the video, she stated, "Don't. It's really me, Daryl. I was talking about my seat at the table. Just don't call me. I'll call you." LL Cool J responded once again, tweeting, "You can't help someone who doesn't want your help." The frustration was palpable as people continued to reach out, urging him not to give up on her. LL even posted a photo of Maia on Instagram, asking his followers if anyone knew how to get in touch with her. His call for action continued to spread, but it was clear that Maia wasn't ready to accept help. In response to the online outcry, T. Hood, the man who recorded Maia's earlier video, posted a defense of his actions. He argued that people wouldn't have been as upset if he had filmed a white woman in a similar state and claimed that Maia, once a rising star, had long been on a destructive path. Maia, unbothered by the back-and-forth online debate, addressed LL Cool J directly in a YouTube video, defiantly stating, "I don't need help. I need a benefit concert for mental health. Don't DM me." By 2020, Maia's situation had not improved. A video once again surfaced, showing her asking for spare change. In the footage, Maia was seen pleading, "Hey, you got one more dollar for $80 over there?" Her incoherent ramblings seemed to reflect the ongoing struggle for stability. Maia's repeated attempts to ask for help appeared to be lost in the chaos of her life, and it was clear that the downward spiral she had experienced for so many years was far from over. That same year, a woman named London shared an account on social media of encountering Maia multiple times at a Texaco gas station in Atlanta. London described the encounters as mostly pleasant, noting that Maia often asked for money and a ride, but was always kind in her interactions. It wasn't until later that London realized the woman she had been speaking to was none other than Maia Campbell. London recalled, "She looked familiar, but I couldn't quite place her. It wasn't until Valentine's Day that I saw her again and mentioned how familiar she looked. That's when Maia finally said, 'You've probably seen me before on a few TV shows and in music videos in the 90s. At first, London thought Maia might be joking, but Maia pulled out her phone and showed pictures of herself from her earlier career, a stark contrast to the woman she had become. Maia, in a rare moment of vulnerability, revealed that she was struggling and tired of being filmed in such a state. She admitted that she was high in that moment and didn't want to be documented in such a fragile condition. "I'm tired of videos of me in this state being posted online," she confessed. "Life has been tough on me. The industry was rough and I just haven't been able to find my way back." In an unexpected and heartwarming turn, Maia Campbell reappeared on social media after a lengthy 4-year hiatus, delighting fans who have long hoped for her well-being. Her return came as a brief yet meaningful comment on a post by Destiny's Child's LaToya Luckett, who had just tied the knot with entrepreneur Taleo Coles in a beautiful Houston ceremony. While the celebration was filled with messages from celebrities like Brescia Webb, Latavia Robertson, and Tamar Braxton, it was Campbell's quiet gesture of congratulation to Luckett, alongside 2 heart emojis, that caught the attention of many. Fans were quick to respond, flooding the comments with messages of love and encouragement. "Pray you're doing well, Mama. Love and light to you," one fan wrote, while others echoed the sentiment with, "We miss you. Praying you are well." For years, Campbell had been largely out of the public eye, with her last Instagram post dating back to 2020. Her brief return, however, sparked hope among fans who still cared deeply about her. On platforms like Lipstick Alley, people eagerly discussed her return, expressing a collective wish that Campbell is sober and in a better mental space. Some fans even noted that Campbell's daughter, Elizabeth Elisha, had posted pictures of the two of them together, suggesting that their relationship was healing. Campbell's personal life has been marked by tragedy and loss. She married Elias Gutierrez in 1998, and they had a daughter together, but the marriage ended in divorce in 2002. Shortly after, Campbell lost custody of her daughter, reportedly due to her refusal to treat her bipolar disorder. Her struggles with mental health deepened after the death of her mother, the late Bebe Moore Campbell, in 2006, who had been a passionate advocate for mental health awareness. Since then, Maia has been publicly battling her inner demons, with family members and friends urging the public to offer their prayers and support for her recovery. Though Campbell has been extremely private in recent years, her brief comment on LaToya Luckett's post has rekindled a sense of optimism among those who care about her. Fans continue to express their hope that she is getting the help she needs and finding peace away from the public eye. "I really hope she's in a better mental space," one fan said. Do you believe Maia is on the road to recovery? Or do you think it will take more time for her to fully heal? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on Maia Campbell's journey, her struggles, and her efforts to rebuild her life after addiction.